So you can see right here inside our patient's belly button, we have this, we think it's a animal of some sort, but we're not exactly sure. And so we are going to try the most minimally invasive procedure here to get it out. So the first step, we have this jelly that we use, and it's going to be used to fill the cavern of the belly button and coax whatever this is out, as well as lubricate it so it comes out smoothly and not jarring or in pieces. So let's go ahead and put that there. We're going to save a little bit of that jelly for a second round. All right, and we're just going to make sure it stays confined to the cavern of the belly button itself. So this will start to loosen up and come out on its own. And this way we don't have to use a surgical procedure to open up any part of the skin itself to remove whatever has made its home. All right. What I'm also going to do is we do want to keep that jelly confined to the cavern of the belly button. So we're going to clean that up as much as we can without removing any of the jelly itself. Perfect. All right, so now what I'm going to do, just to make sure we avoid any kind of infection, we don't want anything to fester in the orifice itself. So let's just go ahead and take some regular hydrogen peroxide. You can find this at any grocery store or pharmacy. We're just gonna put a little bit, ever so slightly, in the belly button. That's all you need, maybe one more drop. And you can automatically start to see that peroxide start to foam. Let's go ahead and clean that up a little bit. Perfect. And like I said, you want to keep this confined to the belly button cavern as much as possible. Perfect. Yeah. This is the exact consistency we want. It will start to turn from that jelly color to an opaque color. And that's exactly what we want. So I'm actually going to use the blunt end of my tool here. And you will see how deep this belly button is. It goes very deep in there. You can see it's measuring tool here, how deep this bug or whatever this is could go. But like I said, we don't know what it is or the size or how long it's been here. So it is starting to loosen up, but I can feel that it still is not ready to come out on its own. If it has attached itself to any part of the inner lining of this belly button, we don't want it to tear and come out with whatever this is. Let's go ahead and clean this up just a little bit more. Perfect. And given the size of this animal here, we don't know if it is male or a female. And the risk of it being a female is it laying eggs and creating a colony inside this cavern. And we have seen from the size of this, that could be a large egg colony. And we want to avoid that. So I have a pretty good grasp on its body right now, but it is not ready to come out on its own. The last thing we want is for that to pull any part of the inner lining of this belly button or how it burrows into the organs out with it. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and add another round of this blue jelly that we have, and I'm just going to coat until we almost cannot see the animal at all. Perfect. Just like that. All right. Make sure that it is submerged, because what this jelly will also do is it will coax the animal out by removing its oxygen source. And just like when we go swimming, we come to the surface of the pool when we need to breathe air because we cannot breathe air when we are underwater. All right, so this is all confined to the belly button area. Now, this has not moved, which is good. It is immobile, but we are not 100% sure if it is in fact dead. So the last thing we want is for it to come out of the belly button and start to relocate. And so we want to make sure it stays confined where our tweezers are and into the cavern itself. So I'm going to try and see if it is still connected at the deep end of the belly button, not the shallow end. You can see it is twisting a little bit, so it is revealing its legs to us. You can see them popping out. They are either legs or, based on their location, they could be antennae. Oh, yep, you can see it. It is starting to burrow back down, so we are going to have to remove this quickly. Let's go ahead and prepare for it to be removed and relocated to its new home. Run some tests to make sure it did not contract any disease, and transfer it onto our patient. All right. All right, so what I'm doing now is actually loosening up the bond it has created at the bottom of the belly button cavern, just to make sure this process is as smooth as possible. All right, and like I said, just for measurement purposes, we're gonna once again stick the blunt end of the tweezers in the belly button and see how far down it goes. That is one deep belly button. Let me tell you, look how deep that belly button is. All right, let's go ahead and wipe that clear. All right, you can see it is starting to come to the surface. It definitely does look like a creature from the insect family, which has 6 legs. So we need to make sure that all 6 legs come out and that none of them of those appendages stay inside the belly button itself. Okay, so there's the abdomen. Here's one leg, here's another, and the other ones are still deep in the cavern itself. So let's see if we can twist and encourage. Here we go, without breaking off any piece of whatever has made its home in here. Okay, well, we're just gonna have to hope that all 6 legs are attached here. We will have to count them to make sure once they have removed themselves. Okay. All right, I'm gonna need our patient to breathe. How's their oxygen? Vitals are
looking good.
Looking good? Okay. All right, perfect. We have applied a local anesthetic just to make sure that our patient is not in any discomfort. Let's go ahead and clean this up again. Get this friend out right now. Send our patient on its way. I have heard that our patient is a diabetic, and when their blood sugars are elevated, it causes insects, mosquitoes, things that feed off sugar to be attracted to them. So this friend was probably just hungry and wanted their sugar supply in their blood. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab a hold.
Careful, Doc.
Here we are. We're gonna twist and pull it out. Oh, there it is. Okay, there it is.
Wow.
All in one piece.
All in one piece.
And we can count all 6 legs here.
Great. Let's get that over to the lab.
Perfect. Yep, and clean up this belly button.